Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So those of you that do follow me on social media already know that I did have my baby boy. I did have him November 25th, so he is a month already. So pretty much for this video I just wanted to talk about my labor and delivery, so it's going to be kind of like a story time. November 24th was when I started getting contractions, you can say. I was like all night, like I just kept feeling pain all night, like I couldn't sleep all night. And again, I never had a baby, so I didn't know what contractions felt like. So I texted my sisters and I told them, what I was feeling. I was like, I'm feeling a lot of pain. Like, it was just like in my lower stomach. Like, everybody kept saying, once I feel pain in my back, that's when you know that's how you know they're contractions, But honestly, I wasn't feeling any pain in my back. It was just like in my bottom stomach. So I told them what I was feeling, and then they're like, I'm pretty sure they're contractions. They told me to call the first nurse just to make sure, So I was like, you know what, I'll wait, because I don't think I'm to the point where I feel a lot of pain, maybe it's just go away. So I was like, you know what, I'll just wait. And I was like, I guess, whining and moaning, I guess you can say. And then my husband woke up and he was like, what's wrong? Because I hadn't told him anything. Like, it was like quite hours gone by and I didn't tell him anything because I just didn't want to wake him up, and have it be nothing. So then he woke up and then he asked me, are you okay? What's wrong? And then I told him what I was feeling, and he's like, he told me the same thing, to call the nurse. And so I called the nurse, and then I explained pretty much what I was feeling, but she pretty much just told me to wait until they got closer and then just to give a call back. I was like, okay. So then I called my mom, and then she was like, que métete a bañar con agua caliente. So then I did. I took a warm shower, and then I drank like the tea and all that, and then I cleaned the house because I wanted to make sure it was clean before we left. And we cleaned the car, and we just pretty much were getting ready, and we ate breakfast. And then as time was going, they started getting closer, they were like already like 5 minutes apart. So then that's when I called the nurse again, and she told me that it was fine for me to start going now. So it's like 30 minutes away from where I live. So they were waiting on us. So I called my mom and I told her, we're going to start heading over there. So then we start heading over there. We got there like around 3, and they take me to the room. They check my contractions, they work contractions, and they check how far dilated I was, and I was just at 1. So she's like, okay, you're just barely opening, and she told me, go ahead and walk around, and they gave me the ball to jump on, like go ahead and do all that just to kind of speed up the process. So I was doing that for quite a while, and then like 2 hours passed, I think it was, and then they checked me again, and I was still at 1 dilated. So they were like, okay, you know what, you can go home, or you can just go, like, I guess, like, go out to eat, go watch a movie, go walk around, and then if you feel like you can't take it anymore, then come back. So we left. We went to go eat. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings afterwards. So we went to go eat just to make time fly by. And we were there for quite a while, the whole family. And then I felt like they were just getting stronger. Like, as time went by, it was just getting stronger. And then after Buffalo Wild Wings, we were gonna go to Walmart just to walk around, just to make time fly by. But I felt like I couldn't. They're like, unless you want to go back already to the hospital. And I was like, yes, I do. So we went back to the hospital, but we didn't go straight, to the nurse. We just stayed in the lobby, and we were going up and down the stairs. My husband was walking with me, my sister-in-law, they were all just helping me out. So we were just going up and down the stairs. They got me crawling on the floor, walking around. So we were trying to do like more exercise just to kind of speed it up. And then I was like, okay, let's go. After time passed, I felt like I was ready, I'm like, I'm gonna go back up there and have them check me again. I feel like they're getting stronger. And so I go, and they do all that again. They check me, and they're like, you haven't dilated anything else. I was still at the same. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I feel like at that point when they told me like I was I wasn't dilating anymore, like I wasn't opening anymore. I felt like I kind of like, I don't want to say lost hope, but I just felt like kind of disappointed, or I don't know. I just felt like, what the hell, you know, like I just felt like I was holding in so much pain. Like I was trying so hard not to like break down and like start crying, you know. How I just told myself like I'm not gonna be that girl that starts crying. I'm gonna be strong and go get through these contractions, you know. And I just felt like I was doing all that for nothing. I was like, really? Like, I'm going through all this pain. Really concentrating on my deep breathing and everything just so you can tell me that there's no change. So that's when it kind of hit me. I was like, you know, I kind of felt like crying, but I didn't. I was like, you know, I was like, why? And then they were like, they were pretty much just gonna send me home. But then my husband, he was like, you know, can we like stay here for the night? Because he honestly, he didn't want to come back home. And then he's like, what's the point of coming home if you're still in pain, you know? Obviously, I was still feeling pain, so we're gonna come home and I'm gonna be in pain, and you know, it's not worth it. You know, he's like, so can we stay the night here, and then, you know, at least give her like at least give her some medicine so she can like sleep throughout the night, because obviously if we go home, she's not gonna be able to sleep. So they said yes. So we actually ended up just me and him staying in the room. They gave me, I really don't remember what they gave me, but they pretty much gave me like a shot, like just like numb the pain, I guess. And then I took some pills just to kind of make me relax, just to kind of sleep, you know, because I was really tired. And then it was like 5:30 in the morning. I felt like this pop inside of me. Like, I don't know, it's a weird feeling, but I felt like something pop. And then I felt like liquid coming out. So I was like, my water broke. So then my husband, he was sleeping. He's like a heavy sleeper. I was like screaming his name out, and then he wakes up, and he's like, what? And I was like, I think my water just broke. I'm like, help me, you know, like help me get out of bed. It's because I was scared that if I got up, like all the water was gonna gush out. So then he helps me get up, and then there was like nothing, you know. And I was like, okay. So then I go to the bathroom, and then I start feeling like if I was peeing, you know, but it was like very little at a time, you know. So then that's when the nurse comes, and then I explained to her what I was feeling, you know, what I felt. And then she's like, oh yeah, she's like, that's how most women explain it, you know, that how their water breaks. So it pretty much was that my water did broke. So they pretty much like sent like a lab down just to make sure my water did break, and then it came out positive, so it did break. So I was like, thank God it did, because they had said that they pretty much that the reason I couldn't stay was because they couldn't really induce my labor or break my water for me. It had to be like all natural, you know. So I was like, thank God my water broke on its own. And I really think that helped, just like, you know, the medicine and all that, just because it helped my body relax, and, you know, it did its own thing. So I really think that's the reason why it broke, you know. And so that's when they switched me to the other room, because I was pretty much like in a guest room or whatever, you know, a small room. They switched me to a bigger room where I was actually going to give birth, you know, the actual labor room. So they switched me over there, and you guys, like right after my water broke, like the pain was like 10 times stronger. Like it gets so much stronger like after your water breaks, and I felt like I just couldn't like keep myself together anymore. So then that's when they asked me, that's when they mentioned the epidural, and like without even thinking about it, I said yes. You know, I just wanted to relax, calm my body down, because I felt like my body was going through so much that it just needed to rest. So right away I said yes. The lady comes in, she does the epidural, I get it. Then little after a while, my body starts calming down, and I start feeling honestly better. And then, you know, we call our families, we let them know. So then once they started showing up, I was pretty much just laying down in bed, and then they like gave me like a ball, like a peanut ball or something, just to put like in between my legs, just to kind of help me open, because I was still at 3 dilated. So that's when my midwife comes in, and she said that they were going to induce me just to speed up the process, because I wasn't really opening much. So they induced me. While she was there, she asked me if I wanted to be part of I guess like if they can do like some sort of test on me, just for labs, if I could be a person they can do it on. And I said sure, you know, I'm like, go ahead. And so she went to go get that stuff ready so they can do that, because I had to like sign papers or whatever for that. So she comes and she does that test thing, whatever. She pretty much just gets like a stick and she puts it in there. And then while she was doing that, she was like, you know what? She's like, I am going to go ahead and check you, you know? She's like, because she says she felt the head with the stick. And so she checks, you know, and then I was 10 dilated. I was already at 10 dilated plus 2 or something like that. She said that most women take up to like an hour or two, like they take hours pushing or whatever. She's like, well, surprise me if you can like, if I can like, I guess do it soon. She's like, and then while she was gone, like my whole family was there, and then like they were trying to help me, like, you know, to open more. So literally, like, I me agarraban los pies, and they like literally had me pushing like if I was about to give birth. Like one person was holding one leg, one the other, and then like my husband was like in the front, like if the baby comes, you know, you grab it. Like it was like crazy. And then they had me like pulling on a cobija. They just had me like literally pushing. Then the nurse comes in and she's like, no, like don't start pushing, like just wait. She's like, let me call your midwife. And I was like, okay. So then she comes, she's like, oh, do you feel the urge to push? And I was like, yes, I feel like I have to push now, you know? So she got everything ready. I started pushing. Literally, like every contractions I felt, I would push. And honestly, I started pushing for like 10 minutes the most, and that's when I had my baby boy.
Today's actually our anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary!
I was waiting for today.
It was just crazy. It was just a crazy experience, and honestly, the best experience I ever experienced, and it was just so beautiful. So that's pretty much how my labor went. I guess I think I mentioned everything, but that's pretty much how my labor went. And we were in the hospital for about, well, I gave birth Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We left Thursday on Thanksgiving Day just because we had to stay a little bit longer because he had jaundice. I think that's what it was. He had to be like under the lights for like 2 days just because, like, I think it's like when the mom doesn't get enough vitamin C. I think it is vitamin C, whatever, the sunlight. So he had to stay there for like 2 days under the light just to get that. But we didn't go home Thursday afternoon on Thanksgiving. So yeah, so it was just a crazy experience, but honestly, I wouldn't take it back for nothing. It's like the best day of my life.